Hey, welcome. Stoic Poetry, Season 3, Episode 11. This is my last campfire here in the Anza Borrego Desert. It's about 5:15 a.m. I'll be heading out in an hour and 45 minutes. So about an hour and 15 minutes in, I'll need to get busy making sure everything's together. I had the fire set up last night, but I didn't use it. I was at dinner with friends. Had a wonderful going away dinner. That was really nice. But I thought that I just like since I had it all set up, light it and turn on the camera for one last session like this. What I'm going to do is keep it brief. I didn't put a lot of wood on. I don't want it to burn long after I'm gone, so I'll let it burn down and make it safe before I leave. I have a sip of my coffee, no beer or cider tonight. This morning, the dawn is rising dark. There's no moon out, and it's just blazing stars. Quite suitable for a new beginning. I have only one stone for tonight, and that stone is to talk about the last 11 years, which seems a significant thing to try to address in a short video. But I think I can do it. I think I can keep things succinct and to the point. This will be a forecast and a retrospect, and I'll let the story in between tell itself by virtue of all the posts I've made and the videos that I've added to my YouTube channel. I want to encapsulate what's happened here. About 13 years ago, I made a video called I Can't Succeed in Japan. And it was a moment down by a harbor in Mochimune, not far from Shizuoka City, where I'd ridden my bicycle to on a reflective day. After I'd had a tough week at work in Japan, trying to do my best. And I realized that my best wouldn't do because I wasn't a fit for that country. I was ambitious, I had ideas, but I didn't know how to make them real there. And a knowledgeable Japanese friend, kind and considerate, took time to explain to me that I wasn't a good match for how success is done in Japan. It made sense to me, and my wife agreed. So that piled on top of numerous other reasons. For example, the dream of giving our daughter Emily a long, good, solid dose of her American side. A restlessness that my wife and I both have shared all of our lives together. It's the animating force in our marriage, the thing that makes us keep moving from one new thing to another. Plus a kind of a world weariness that was creeping in Japan. Kind of like a staying in one place too long and getting to know the road so well, not needing a map anymore, nothing really surprising or unique or different anymore. Boring, and I think in the words of Thoreau, the tedium and ennui that sets in. All of these things together brought us to the point of making a decision, led by me mostly. So if America had been a failure, it would have been largely my doing. These things typically are led by me, but with the agreement of my wife. Our daughter was too young to make these decisions, although we did seek her input. She acquiesced, I think, because she knew that's what we wanted to do. She was probably curious too, but she probably would have stayed if it had been just all up to her. Anyway, we left. I left first. I arrived in America on February 24th, 2024, starting a new job, trying to establish ourselves with nothing, no credit score, no bank account, no skills to speak of, just given a lucky gamble that the employer took a chance with me. And then after they realized they'd made a mistake, gave me time to get on my feet. So many lucky breaks. Brought my family over 14 months later, and we set off on for what was for them almost exactly 10-year, 1 decade adventure in America. during which time my wife rose in her career. Our daughter finished high school, finished junior college, and finished university, and then made her adult decision to return to Japan to begin her own life venture as an independent adult. They went first back in May, and I've been here with the two dogs ever since, although Ollie, the black dog, went in October to be with Yumiko. He was suffering loneliness, not being with her. And now Rudy and I, the little white dog, and I are ready to go. The car is all packed. Bags are all packed. Tiny house is all clean. The fire is burning low now. So I promised to bookend this 11-year adventure. I gave you the, what would you call it? Antecedent? Precedent? No, antecedent, right? Thing in front. The reason we left, the reason I led us to leave for the most part, again, the blame would have been mine. It may still be. Turned out Toshi, my friend, was right, my Japanese friend. I couldn't succeed in America, but things went well here. No surprise there, I belong here. I'm one of these people. It all makes sense. And I had come back with ripe with the failure of Japan, my failure in Japan. So I was motivated, especially given my age. I came back at 50, just shy of 50, just a little early before 50. This is my last chance. I wasn't going to have any chances after that, at least any big chances. No, people do get chances. I felt, that's how I felt at the time. I feel more animated and more alive and more vital now than then. I feel like I could do better. If I could come back again, I could do better now than I could have then. Anyway, I promise not to spread the middle part, right? This is about the front and the end. So now you know why we came. Now we're headed back, and it's a quite different thing. No need to succeed anymore, so to speak, professionally at least. But every desire now to succeed on my own terms, to press forward, to live well in accordance with my creed, my 8 objectives and my 35 principles, sharing the story that I captured in my book, Going Alone, and the other titles that I wrote before and after, and living the best life that I can, a life of virtue in the time that remains, where virtue is defined as activities and efforts which further well-being, particularly the well-being of thinking creatures that can suffer, reducing suffering for the most part. Hopefully now I've got some years ahead of me to do that, and to have some fun. I want to have fun with my young bride. Whoa. Why do I say young bride? Well, it's because, and I was telling my host last night about this, I feel like going back now, Yumiko and I, it's not because we're going back to Japan, it's because we're on the other side of parenthood and career. Before life got serious, decades ago, when Yumiko and I were young and a couple, we had a lot of fun. It's because we were carefree. We didn't have the weight of the world on our shoulders, the responsibilities of parenthood and career. And now that those things are past, we have discovered one another again. It was the same people, just a little older, a lot older. So I want to spend time with my young woman again and do my best to be her young man, but never young like that before, because youth back then was a confusing time. I wouldn't want to impose that on anybody. So I would rather carry forward the more mature self, hopefully, that I've become, and live that newer life with improved mind. And with that, I think I've given the story front to back. And we're wrapping up just at 10 minutes, so I think I'll stop here. Watch the fire go down, snuff out this light here, and begin in earnest. As soon as the flames are out and the embers glow, I'll douse it, grab my dog, and go. I wish you all the best. Be safe, but not too safe. Take care.